that's not necessarily a cultural show. We don't stand here before you and say that we're going to do a show that's representing Caribbean, Latin Caribbean world, or the West Indian world, or the Black American world. We're not here to do that this evening. I need everybody to be quiet, y'all. But what we are doing is this. The students came up with ideas. They developed things that they wanted to share with their parents and families. And this evening is about students sharing their creative ideas with family and friends. And I want to say to the audience, if you see anything here that offends you, it wasn't because we are disrespecting anyone or trying to do anything that would hurt anyone. The dances that we're doing, the West Indian, the African American, the Latin dances that we're doing, the students are being teenagers and they're doing ideas that they think are all right. And I looked at what they were doing, and I'm saying this, I need everybody to listen to me because I need you to let me know at the end of the show if you thought it was all right. And again, this is teenagers, and we are trying to do everything respectful. So I watched everything in this show, and I said to people in the group, and Mark, I need you to listen to this. I said, don't let one person get on this stage and try to do something cute to think they're going to get a laugh, and they ruin it for everybody. Because in all the meetings with the administration here, they've been very supportive of us. We've rehearsed long hours, the custodial staff, the teachers. There are 15 teachers here tonight volunteering so we can do this show. Would you give them all a round of applause?
This is the 2001 $10,000 winner from Randolph of the Bertelsmann Citywide competition. She's going to give her a hand. You must listen carefully to this sister's words. You think you can rhyme? Listen to this lady. The piece is entitled, She Can't Do It With People Talking. Okay, and in a few minutes, I'm going to escort some people out because you're disrespecting us. You're in our house, and we don't do this in this house. This sister from Randolph wrote a piece called Black Soap. I want you to listen. And if you understand the beauty of what she's doing, you let her know. Now, if everybody can be silent and let her go.
Black Soap is a love poem. My lover and I are we're like black soap, soaking in the remnants of this morning's bathwater, smooth and supple, soft beside his recently shaved chin hairs and the wavy strands of my auburn locks, my softly wrinkled brown toes peeking over the sides of a porcelain tub, and we're so deep. We're purple, or mahogany. My lover and I we smell like jasmine in a field of garland and clover between 3 clustered pollen grains and timid chrysanthemum bulbs, erotic and ethereal, the flowers cushioning the nude, sweaty bronze bodies, lying lazily, breathing heavily in the grass, our legs intertwined and the tips of our hair twist to reach the ends of an infinite horizon. Our scent is so strong, we're sex funky, or perverted, maybe pervasive, or my lover and I taste like We taste like unripened raspberries, dangling from a twisted black branch, the juice dripping, running down the chins of gritty adolescents in a hard summer's rain, stinging their ebony flesh, staining their white cotton tunics, and splashing their apricot-colored callous feet. Our fingertips brush against each other's lips, now tasting so sour sweet. We're like kiwi, so salted, lemon, avocados, or my lover and I sound like air settling into a lazy afternoon in our cluttered apartment, silent and sensual, almost sexual, the wind singing to my gray and dusted Siamese cat, sitting on a yellowed window pane, patches of off-white where we let our hips sway when our feet hang from the 7th floor window and we try to inhale the oblivious passing pedestrians below, trying to persuade them to let us rain our wisdom into their open mouths and souls. We're so subtle. We're a child's beginning footsteps or gently falling snow, or my lover and I look like the white picket fences surrounding a red brick house in a bed of wet grass. The early dew sitting on leaves as a blue mist rises to form the clouds in the sky. Piano notes coming from this house sound like jam bread and butter and maybe even some tea for lunch later. A small boy's baseball rolls around in his sandbox and we're so innocent that we're pure, or at least we've been guiltily cleansed, or my lover and I feel like the rough bumps on the skin of an orange rolling under his big black thumb as he searches for fruit at a local vendor's market, as I lay soaking in the remnants of this morning's bathwater, watching my nipples float above water and my knees sink, my softly wrinkled brown toes peeking over the sides of the porcelain tub at the black soap, knowingly. I let the aroma of hazelnut fill each room because my lover likes the taste of slightly burned caffeine, imaginary hands massaging my neck and back as I dip my head underwater and incite my soul to come see my happiness. We're so real. We're the blunt edges of a mica schist stone, or the negative of a photograph, or a shadow. Or maybe we're just perfect. Or not.
And for that, she picked up $10,000 last year, beating out Stuyvesant, beating out LaGuardia, beating out Brooklyn Tech. A for the Randolph. Now, let me tell you something. We asked you to be quiet then, but let me assure you that there's going to be some stuff going on that you won't have to be quiet, all right? The next group coming out, they too have some things you have to listen to, but they have some things for you to see. This is a group from the DVD club here at Randolph, which is Dance, Vocal, and Drama Club. And this group tried to capture things that come out of the urban black culture. We should give them a big hand.
What's up, y'all? All right. Tonight, I'm representing DVD Urban. We represent black culture all across the United States, especially in New York. I know myself, I'm representing Harlem. I don't know about that. I may represent Harlem up in here. I will represent Harlem. But I'm representing Brooklyn. I'm representing the BX. I'm from Charlotte. I'm from the Heights. I'm from Queens. And I'm from Brick City. Red City? Yo, I heard it's gonna be a party jump below tonight. Y'all there? For real? All right, let's go. I don't know who I'm going with, but I'm going, I guess I could bring Chris.
I'm bringing Kim. I'm bringing Anthony. I'm bringing my Beulah people. I'm bringing Pharrell.
Well, I don't know who I'm gonna bring. I gotta go.
Well, I listen to you.
All right. It was graduation night, and I was the only virgin in the crowd. Bobby Mills, Martin Jerome, Sammy Yates, Eddie Jones, and Randy, all cousins. All the prettiest Negroes in this factory town carried me out with them in a deep black lake to smell like Thunderbird and Ladies in Heat. We rambled from Camden to Mount Holly, laughing at the afternoon speeches and dangling our tassels from the rearview mirror. All of us graduated the same night. Cosmetology, secretarial, pre-college, auto shop, and business. All of us was moving from mama to whatever else was out there. But somehow I got drunk, and I couldn't figure out exactly whose team was on my thigh. But it really didn't matter, because these cousins had been my sweethearts alternately since the 7th grade. And everybody knew that I would get agitated if somebody actually tried to take advantage of me. But since 1995, I'd won all kinds of contests with the cousins at the PLL dances. And everybody knew that any kin to Martin Yates could turn somersaults before Usher could get a chick excited. But anyway, we danced, doing them old nasty tricks. You know, the old nasty tricks that I've been thinking of since May, because it was graduation night. And since I was the only virgin, I had to make it look like these hips was in some kind of business. That way, everybody thought that whoever was getting it was grown and couldn't possibly handle the streets with youngsters. Martin slipped his leg around my thigh, and Usher bumped nice and slow. Up and down, round and round. We were grown. We were finally grown. But then, this chick Linda, who I couldn't stand since like the 7th grade, wanted to start. So Bobby whispered I should go with him. So we cheated silently through the parking lot. And then he started looking at me real strange, like I was a woman or something. So he started talking real soft in the backseat of that Lex. By daybreak, I could not stop grinning.
Now, baby, tell me what you want to do. It's 8 o'clock on the dot. I'm in my drop top.
So you lost it in the Lex?
Yeah, and it's not like it was a Buick or something.
Some dude sweating all over you.
So what? It's just like dancing at a party. You know how we dance at parties.
No. I never did like the grind.
So what other kind of dances are there?
You know, like the salsa, bachata, merengue. You know what I'm saying? See, because when I was 16, I ran out to Spanish Harlem because I was going to meet up with Cheyenne and dance all the time, salsa, bachata, merengue.
Do you speak Spanish?
Claro que sí. Me probably thought he was Puerto Rican, and we would have been, so we were just regular Negroes when hit the Spanish. So once I made it to this 36-hour marathon dance con merengue, con Ricardo in Spanish Harlem, next door to this photography place, jammed with burial, wedding, and communion relics, next door to La Real Ideal Spanish Barber. Up, stairs and lots of hallway. When my color New Jersey self, they didn't know what anybody was saying. So if the dancer was proof of origin, I was J-Lo that night. And the next day, I kept smiling and right on stepping. If he could lean, I was ready to dance. If he couldn't lean, I caught this attitude I seen Rosa do. And wouldn't have been bothered, because I was twirling, hipping, giving much quick feet. And then the next day, and when my mute cute, colored Puerto Rican, so. Till that Saturday night when the DJ say, sorry folks, Cheyenne ain't gonna make it today. And all my Negro temper came out of control. I wouldn't dance with nobody, and I talk English loud.
I sat up one night, walking a boarding house, screaming, crying, the ghost of another woman who was missing what I was missing. I wanted to be done with myself, leave me alone and go on in the wind. It was too much. I fell into a numbness until the only tree I could see took me up in her branches, made me do that chill at daybreak. The sky wrapped me up, swinging rose lights everywhere. The men laid over me like a million moons. I was burning up, but I was cold. And like a child, I was endlessly weaving garments for the moon with my tears. I found God in myself, and I loved her. I loved her fiercely. I found God in myself, and I loved her. I loved her fiercely.
Storm is over now.
I've lost it. Touch with reality. I don't know who's doing it. I thought I was, but I was so stupid I was able to be hurt. And that's not real. Not anymore. I should be amused if I'm still alive. And that's what I was discussing. How am I still alive? And no dependency on other living beings for love. I survive in intimacy of tomorrow. It's all I had. And the music was like smack. And you knew about that. But still, refusing my dance was not enough. It was all I had. But being alive and being a woman and being colored is a metaphysical dilemma I haven't conquered yet. Do you see the point? My spirit is too ancient to understand the separation of soul and gender. My love is too delicate to have thrown back on my face. My love is too beautiful and sanctified to have thrown back on my face. And most of all, my love is too complicated to have thrown back on my face. How could the one I gave my heart to break my heart so bad? How could the one who said I love you make me feel so sad? Won't somebody tell me so I can understand? If you love me, how can you hurt this heart of mine? Tell me. Ever since I realized there was someone called a colored girl, an evil woman, a slut, or a nag, I've been trying not to be that and leave bitterness in someone else's cup. Come to somebody to love me without whispering slut, ho, nigga. Get out of here with all of that. I didn't have any of that for you. I brought you a joy I found, and I found joy. Yo, I love Jay-Z and Aaliyah, especially because I can make the music loud enough. So there's no me but dance. And when I can dance like that, there's nothing can hurt me. But I get tired and have to come off the floor. And then there's that woman who hurt you, who you left 3 or 4 times and just went back after you put my heart in the bottom of your shoe. You just walked back to where you hurt and I didn't have nothing. So I went to where somebody had something for me, but he wasn't true. So this is not a love poem because only memorial albums are available. So this is a memorial for myself because I have died in a real way. A real dead loving is here for you now because I don't know anymore how to avoid my own face, wet with my tears, because I was convinced that colored girls had no right to sorrow, and I loved and lived that way, allegedly for you, but I know I did it for myself, so couldn't stand it. Couldn't stand being sorry and colored at the same time, so redundant in the modern world.
My days are cold without you. I'm hurting my heart can't take it no more. I'm running back to you. My days are cold.
Without any assistance or guidance from you, I have loved you assiduously for 8 months, 2 weeks, and a day. I have been stood up 4 times, left 7 packages on your doorstep, 40 poems, 2 plays, and 3 handmade note cards. selfish I could be. If I could carry on to snare a possible lover, if I was capable of debasing myself for the love of another, if I could stand not being wanted when I wanted to be wanted, and I cannot. So, without any further assistance or guidance from you, I'm ending this affair. You know, I actually wrote this in a note that I've been watering since the day I met you. I don't have it, but if I did, you could have watered it your damn self.
I'm sorry.
Don't worry, that son of a gun will be back tomorrow saying, I'm sorry.
Look, let me tell you. Just last week, my boyfriend had to marry to say, I don't know how she got your number, baby. I'm sorry.
No, this is it. Oh, baby, you know I was high. I'm sorry. One thing I don't need is any more apologies. I got sorry greeting me at my front door. I don't need them anymore. That's exactly what I'm saying. They don't open doors. They don't bring the sun back, and they do not make me happy. Or get them on in paper. Ain't nobody stop using my tears to wash cars because of sorry. Yo, I'm simply tired of collecting. I didn't know I was so important to you.
Right?
I'm gonna have to throw some away. I can't get to the clothes in my closet for all the sorry.
Next time, I'm just gonna have to attack the sign of my door. Leave a message by the phone. If you call to say you're sorry, call somebody else because I don't use them anymore. I've like sorry, didn't mean to, and how could I know about that? Take a walk down a dark and musty street in Harlem. Because from now on, I'm going to do exactly what I want to do, and I won't be sorry for none of it.
Not sorry, Susie. Your soul, I'm gonna sue mine.
I loved you on purpose. I was open on purpose. I still crave vulnerability and close talk, and I'm not even sorry for you being sorry. You were always inconsistent, doing something and then being sorry, beating my heart to death, talking about you sorry.
I ain't gonna call, I ain't gonna make no noise, I'm gonna raise my voice, scream and holler. And break things, and race the engines, and tell secrets about yourself to your face. And I'ma list in detail every single one of my last lovers in their ways.
And I'll play Alicia Keys loud. I won't be sorry for none of it.
Next time, you should just admit that you're mean, low-down, trifling, good for nothing instead of being sorry all the time. Enjoy being yourself.
Worldwide exclusive.
Or Spanish. I want to sing, make you dance, like the bata, dance, scream. Twitch hips with me, cause I just forgot all about words, ain't got no definition. I'm on the road with you. Our whole bodies wrapped like a ripe mango rumbling, whipping through space. On the corner, in the park, where the thugs used to be. Let a rock make good love to you. Swing your head, push your leg to the moon with me. I'm on the Upper West Side in New York City, and I can't talk with you no more. Hold your head like it was Ruby Sapphire. I'm a poet who writes in English. Come to share the words with you. I gotta dance to keep from crying. I gotta dance to keep from dying. So come on.
All my underground, make a clap for this. Do it like this.
You know you don't like that. Let's let them hear it. Come on, come on, come on. And you are making me extremely proud. Randolph, let's hear it. Randolph, one more time. Randolph, I know we're talking about That's enough. That's all right. Right now we got Sistas 2. Let's hear it, boys.
Because the rest of them look like they want to do it.
When they spend the afternoon with banana dumpling on the side, policía, los reyes del carnaval.